What we're looking at here is an 1808 British East India Company 10 cash coin. I actually picked this up from a coin shop in the Scilly Isles, and not for very much, probably about 20 quid, I think. You can see that it bears the coat of arms of the company on what is known as the obverse side, and on the reverse you can see writing in Persian, which provides the value of the coin in that language. So it's not a terribly expensive object, but if you delve a bit into its backstory, there is probably a surprising amount to be said for it. So the East India Company, for anyone who isn't aware, was a very violent organization. It started off primarily trading with the Indian subcontinent, but went on to effectively control most of what is modern-day India for over 100 years. It managed to do this through its own private army, which was thought to have numbered about 250,000 men, so about twice the size of the regular British army at the time, which is an amazing thought. I think coins like this one really bring to life what was a horrendous and bizarre situation where so much of the subcontinent was run by a joint stock company. So this coin was produced in 1808, the 208th year of the East India Company's existence. It got a royal charter in 1600 from Elizabeth I, and that royal connection means that the Latin motto at the bottom, that says, by the authority of the King and Parliament, and the top left of the shield, that's the Cross of St. George, you can just about see the royal arms in there. The coin was produced at a time when a huge number of British coins in circulation were counterfeited, and the Royal Mint itself had previously completely closed down as a result. This issue had prompted an industrialist called Matthew Boulton to set up a minting factory known as the Soho Mint. It took him quite a long time to get the interest from the British government, but in the meantime he produced coins for the East India Company, like this one, and also oddly produced a lot of coins for Russia and the USA. So in 1809, a year after this coin was minted, it was put on a ship called the Admiral Gardner, which was due to sail to Madras with a cargo of other copper coins. On the night of the 25th of January, the ship hit a storm. Its anchor was dragging somewhere off the coast of Kent, and a very strong gale pulled it off its moorings and onto the Goodwin Sands. So the Goodwin Sands are, of course, a notorious spot for shipwrecks, and that night the Gardner ran aground and sank, killing 4 members of the crew. So the coin and all the other coins that were with it clearly never made it to India. They sat at the bottom of the English Channel for almost 200 years. They were uncovered by divers in 1985 and are now rattling about people's homes and various auction houses. It's today, I think, a reminder of some positive aspects of history. This was when coinage began to become a little bit more reliable. It's also when Birmingham emerged as an industrial sort of powerhouse, which it was for quite a long time. But more than that, it is a very kind of almost eerie reminder of this very strange time when the East India Company was so powerful and was able to issue its own coinage. So quite a lot in one coin, I think, and as I say, not especially valuable, but full of very important history.